another series. So after I made my last video on how to get free stuff on Instagram, I got so many requests to make this video, how to pitch yourself to brands and how to get set up for success when you are gonna pitch yourself to brands. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I actually have a Facebook page for my makeup now as well, at Miki's Magic Mirror. So please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Facebook for more. If you haven't watched the first video in this series, you should definitely watch that first because you can't just kind of start pitching to brands. You have to take a couple steps before you do that. Grow your account, engage with your followers, and get a nice fan base going before you can start pitching yourself to brands. So if you haven't watched my first video, definitely watch that before you watch this. There's lots of good information that you guys could use on there. For those of you that have watched my first video, you know that step 4 in my video was to reach out to brands yourself. They aren't just gonna come to you. And like I said, after I posted that video, I got so many questions. How do you pitch yourself to brands? What do you say when you pitch yourself to brands? Do I email them or do I DM them? Well, that's why I'm making this video, and that's why I'm here today, so let's get right into it.
Throughout this video, I want you to keep one thing in mind. Be ready for denial. Many brands won't respond at all. Some will just send you automated responses stating that they've forwarded your message to the correct department, and some will try to get you to purchase something in exchange for a discount code. But if you work hard, every so often they do respond, and it's the best, most rewarding feeling ever. I also want you to know that I only have 1,650 followers, and I've worked with brands like Hard Candy, Pixie, and Royal Magnickel. So no matter how small of a fan base you have, you can do this. Somebody out there is going to find value in what you do. You just have to work for it.
Now, before I get into exactly how to pitch to brands and what to do to pitch to brands, I want to talk about 4 myths that come up when talking about pitching brands. These are the 4 things that people are most scared of or their biggest fears when pitching to brands. And to you, it might not seem scary just emailing a brand, but to some people, it definitely is.
The first myth is, I don't have a large enough following base to land brand deals. That's so not true, you guys. If you only have a few hundred followers, you can do this. As long as you want it bad enough and keep working for it, it's going to happen for you. It never hurts to ask. If you don't feel comfortable emailing a big brand at first, that's okay. Find smaller brands that fit in your niche to collaborate with. I don't know who or how to pitch. It's kind of confusing, and I can't. A lot of people are frightened by the word pitch, and that's okay. That's why I'm here to teach you. I'll be showing you how to find new brands to pitch to and exactly how to pitch yourself to a brand. I don't know how to sell myself or what to say in a pitch, so if I just get a big enough following, brands will come to me, right? No! One of the main points in my last video was, in order to get people to like you, you need to take an interest in them. If brands don't see you reaching out and taking an actual interest in their products and their brand, why would they want to come to you? It's called social media. You need to be social. The last myth is, I've tried emailing brands before and they never respond, so I'm clearly bad at this. Well, guess what, guys? They don't respond to me either. But if you keep grinding and keep pitching, I promise you that someday it's going to happen.
Those are the 4 myths, and some of you guys are probably like, wow, I feel that on a real personal level, but I'm here today to change all 4 of those things for you guys. But before we can just send a pitch email, I want to get you guys and your Instagrams set up for pitching success. So all you have to do is follow these simple steps.
Step 1 is to get up your engagement rate. This is the #1 thing that brands look for when they're looking for influencers. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000 followers or 1,000,000 followers. If they aren't engaged, why would a brand want to work with you? What they're looking for is an engagement rate of 1% or higher. 2% is obviously better, and 3% is starting to be thrown around quite often when talking about brand deals. If you're wondering what your engagement rate is, I've included the formula below, and it's super easy. You just take your total engagement on a certain post, this can be likes, comments, shares, anything, and you divide that by the number of followers that you have. This will give you your engagement rate. You can do this on each of your social media platforms to find out each different rate. So for example, say I have 10,000 followers, which I don't, but 10,000 followers divided by 200 likes per post equals an engagement rate of 2%. This is awesome, and this is the first thing that brands are going to look for when they come to your feed. Now that you have an engagement rate of 2% or higher, the second thing that a brand is going to look for when they come to your feed is an aesthetic one. Now, what do I mean by this? Just putting the same filter on all your pictures? No. You want your feed to tell a story and have a consistent flow to it. I love using Visco to see what my photos are going to look like next before I actually post them on Instagram. The nice thing about this app is you can preset filters and then post directly to Instagram. To get an aesthetic looking feed, you need consistency, patterns, flow, and for it to look like one cohesive unit. I'm going to share with you guys some of my favorites. So this is my feed, and I've been working super hard on trying to make it flow lately. I think I've been doing a pretty good job. You can see that I've not only been using the same filters on each photo, but I've also been incorporating certain items into each one to make it look cohesive. You notice the green leaves in my product shots, as well as some white backgrounds. I also use photos of myself with darker greenish vibes to tie in with the leaves and also contrast with the white backgrounds in my product shots. If you look at it as a whole, you guys can see that it kind of tells a story and everything matches and looks like one. This is a girl I've been following for a while named Samantha. She's actually from my area, and I love what she's been doing with her feed lately. You can see that she's been using lots of browns and orange tones in all of her photos. This is making her feed look super aesthetic. She's also mixing in some white here and there, which allows her to post photos with less brown. If you take a look at her most recent photo, it's all white, but it still matches with the rest of her feed. Okay guys, this girl is one of my favorite YouTubers and influencers on Instagram. She has such a unique aesthetic to her feed. You can see that she currently has blue hair and she uses blue tones in every photo. This looks so beautiful and I just love it. Her different hair colors allow her to change up her aesthetic whenever she feels like it, and it's such a cool idea if you're down to dye your hair. If you go back a little, you can see that she used to have green hair, and it gives her feet a whole different vibe, almost like Christmas the Grinch. Super, super cool. She's also really big into YouTube, so you guys should definitely go check out her YouTube channel. She makes these hilarious videos that she calls her trashy cooking show, and she gets drunk and cooks. It's so funny. Last but certainly not least, my favorite, Amber Scholl. She's so inspiring and has come so far. I've watched her YouTube videos since the beginning. She's mostly on YouTube, but she has such an aesthetic Instagram feed. Her style is super unique because of her use of the Aiden filter, but she doesn't just use the Aiden filter. She incorporates lots of skin tones and golds in her pictures, and if you look at each individual one, you notice that most of them have skin color or at least a skin tone in them. These are my favorite examples of aesthetic feeds, you guys. Definitely go take a look at them, and it's going to help brands notice your work so much more. The third step, and probably the most important thing that a brand is going to notice you with, is your elevator pitch. What is an elevator pitch, you ask? Well, it's a brief, persuasive speech that you use to spark interest in what you or your brand does. A good elevator pitch should last no longer than a short elevator ride of 20 to 30 seconds. Hence the name. They should be interesting and memorable. You guys should know your elevator pitch by heart, and it should be the grand opening to your Instagram feed. It all starts with your bio. When a brand receives an email from you and they go to look at your feed, the first things they see are engagement, aesthetic, and bio. It starts with your bio. It's the first thing anyone sees when they look at your page. Now, it's okay if you're looking at your Instagram bio and cringing. We just need to change it so that it works for you. I've learned through my research this simple formula to create the best elevator pitch: what I am, what I offer, and how it serves others. So, how do you do this? For example, I would say, "Hi, my name is Miki DiMatteo. I am a social media manager and beauty influencer based out of Albany, New York. Not only do I aid others in growing on social media, I also empower them to be the best versions of themselves through the use of makeup, fashion, and beauty. Something I like to add on the end of my Instagram bio, for example, is what do you want them to do after they read this? Do you want them to click something, book an appointment, buy something? What is it? So at the end of my elevator pitch, at the end of my bio, I would add, click the link below to book an appointment or to view my website. That's not only going to get you more website clicks, but it's also going to keep people and brands engaged with your feed for longer periods of time. I want to share with you guys some bad examples of bios that I found on Instagram. Now, I don't know any of these people and I'm not bashing them in any way. I'm just using them as an example. Okay, so I just found these accounts by typing makeup artist into Instagram, but the first thing we see in her bio is QC Makeup Academy student. Okay, so we know she goes there, but is she a makeup artist? Does she take appointments? And then it says, wannabe creative director, photographer, and editor. Okay, so why is she going to the Makeup Academy if she wants to do that? Is her Instagram about makeup or is she trying to become a creative director? We don't know. And then it says, I just want to create and inspire. Okay, we got that with the creative director, but who do you inspire and what do you create? Also, Alaska. Do you live there? Is that where you're located? Do you like Alaska? We don't know. And then she links her website, but why would we click it? Does it have to do with being a creative director, makeup, or Alaska? We don't know what we're going to get out of clicking that link, so we most likely won't click it. Okay, so then we have Me Beauty. The first thing that we see is a Canadian flag MUA plus content creator. Okay, so the same thing as the last example. The Canadian flag, do you live there? Do you vacation there? Like what? And then the makeup content creator. So are you creating makeup content? Or like what kind of content are you creating? Or is makeup just your hobby? Is that your job? Do you take appointments? We don't know. And then she tags this other account. And it's like, why would we click that? Who is that? Is that your mom? Is that your boyfriend? Like, why would we click that? And then she likes her PR email. And I hate when people do this because, guys, Instagram has given us a specific email button. And we only have a certain amount of characters that we can use in our bio. So why are you taking up bio characters to put your email in there when you have a certain button for it? It just doesn't make sense to me at all. Okay, so last but not least, we have this girl, Makeup by MSX or whatever. Doesn't really make sense. It says London, self-taught, her email, and then her YouTube link. Okay, so first of all, her category page is video creator. Why? Looks like you're a makeup page. We don't know. And then it says London. Same thing as my last two examples. Why? Do you live there? Do you vacation there? Do you work there? We don't know. Then she says self-taught. But self-taught what? Did you teach yourself how to weave baskets underwater? Did you teach yourself how to swim? We don't know. And then she gives us her email, which we discussed about the button in the last example. And then she links her YouTube video. But why would we click on any of these things? All she said was London and self-taught. It doesn't make any sense. So those are my examples of what not to put in your Instagram bio. If you guys put your elevator pitch and then convert your followers to click on something that's going to make them follow you even more, that's what you want to do. You want to connect with them, captivate them, and then convert them to do something else, like book an appointment, buy your product, look at your website, anything. Also include your email, but use the email button. So like we just went over, 4 things that you need before you can pitch to a brand in order to really wow them. 1, social numbers, and 2, engagement rate. They kind of go hand in hand, but you guys should really be looking at your insights and getting to know them because a brand is going to look at them. Another thing a brand is going to want to know is any past collaborations or any brands that you've worked with in the past. If you've never worked with a brand, that's okay. Add any skills, talents, or credibilities that you may have because you never know what somebody somewhere is going to find value in. Say you're like a makeup artist and you have some rare talent that you can do makeup with your feet. Put that in there because you guys seriously never know what somebody is going to find value in. The last thing they want to see that's really going to wow them are high quality and attention grabbing photos. If you have really high quality photos and very attention grabbing photos on your feed, brands are going to notice them and they're going to be more likely to work with you than somebody who has lesser quality photos. I know these 4 things sound like a lot of information to put into one pitch email, but that's why you need a press kit. I'm going to go through this really quickly, but if you guys would like to see a video on making a press kit, definitely comment down below. I'd be happy to film one for the series. A press kit is basically all of the information about your social media accounts jam-packed into 1 or 2 pages. It's super easy to attach right to the end of an email. This is the first page of my press kit. It just says my name, what I'm all about, my @ and then my handles, my Instagram and YouTube at the bottom, kind of used as a cover page. This is the second page where it has everything. It has the audience that I reach, my blog statistics, my services, and how you can contact me. It took me a while to make this and know exactly what to put on it, so like I said, if you guys want to see a video on how to make a press kit, comment down below and I'll definitely make one for you.
You guys are probably like, whoa, that was a lot of information, but I still don't know how to pitch. So, now I really, really hope that you guys take into consideration all of these things that I've been over through my first video and the things that I just went over. Because if you don't do these things first, then you're not going to be as successful as you could be when you pitch to brands. But you need to make sure that you guys know all about your engagement, your likes, your insights, your impressions. I know so many people that have a business account on Instagram, but they never look at their insights. It's such an important thing, you guys. You can learn so much by going through your insights. I was actually watching a video on YouTube a couple weeks ago about, just how to grow on Instagram, how to make that one content that is just gonna help you explode and be super popular. And it's all about your insights. It's not about your followers, it's all about your engagement. And a lot of people say that they know that, but they don't look at their insights. So if you guys go through and you look at your insights and you say, wow, this one post got more impressions, more engagement than any of my other posts this past week. Why? What did I do differently? Is that post a video? Is it like a 30-second video? So then you can say, if I post these 30-second videos, then people are going to engage with them more because, I don't know, maybe they like it. They like watching 30-second videos. So you can kind of do a trial and error with yourself on your Instagram. Look at your insights and get to know all of this information because that's exactly what brands are going to know. So now we can finally get into how I pitch to brands and what has worked for me as an influencer.
Okay, so I'm going to go through these really quick and then I'm going to go into more depth here. So write them down, screenshot, whatever you want to do. But step 1 is make a list of brands that you want to work with. Even if it's like Revlon, Wet n Wild, big brands, write them down. Then start at the top of your list and go to the first brand's website. On that website, look for a specific PR contact. If you get a name for a person, it'll come off more personal and then you can say, hello, John, or hello, Mary. If you can't find a PR contact, then just use the email that they have listed. If they don't have one listed on their website, they usually have one on their email button on Instagram, or if it's a small enough brand, DM can sometimes be okay. Then, take that contact information and pitch them. But there's 2 things that you must do in every pitch in order to be successful. The first thing is compliment them. If you compliment them and take an interest in them, they're more likely to reciprocate that back to you. Number 2, don't talk about yourself. It ties in with number 1. Instead of talking about yourself, give them an idea. What are you going to do? What is this project and how are you going to help them? After you state your elevator pitch, say things like, I think I would be a great resource for blank, or I would be more than happy to blank. How are you going to support them? Then, after you give them an idea, you could say things like, please let me know if I can send over an outline or specific talking points. That's going to let them know that you've been thinking about this project. At the end, say, would this be helpful? Please let me know how I can support you. Link your website, link your handles. Thank you for considering these ideas. These are all ways to turn it around and make it about them getting what they need? How is it serving them? Okay guys, so here it is, what you've all been waiting for. This is the template that I use to pitch myself to brands, and it's been super successful to me. I made it so you can fill in the blanks, screenshot it, write it down, whatever. Okay guys, so this is my pitch template. I'm gonna kind of fill it out for you and read along. So I'm gonna just pretend I'm emailing John, and he works for Revlon. So hello John, my name is Miki DiMatteo, and I am such a loyal subscriber. I've been following your work for about 3 years now, and I love what you're creating with your new foundations. I really appreciate the fact that your products are cruelty-free. So this is where you're going to pitch them your idea. I'm going to say, I noticed that you're involved a lot lately with product-based images, and I'd love to support you in spreading that message. So then you're going to throw your elevator pitch right in there. I would say, I am a beauty influencer based out of Albany, New York. I specialize in natural makeup looks, beauty advice, and fashion tips. I would love the opportunity to try out some of your new foundations in order to share an honest review with my supporters and take high-quality product photos for your Instagram. Then, to really end it strong and make it all about them, would this be helpful? Please let me know how I can support you. Thank you, your name, website, social media handles, and then attach your press kit and you're done. Now, like I said, be ready for denial. I send about 10 of these emails a day, and usually only one responds. But if you keep working, it'll happen. I also wanted to go over what not to say in a pitch, because I definitely used to say kind of these things, and that means that there's people out there that still do. So, for example, hi John, my name is Miki DiMatteo. I have about 1,650 followers on Instagram at Miki's Magic Mirror, and I would love to work with you. I'm coming to your town next week and would love a 5-day comped stay in exchange for social media posts. My boyfriend and I will be there and plan on posting on social media the whole time. I get there on Thursday, the 11th, and I can send you additional details closer to the time. Thanks. Now guys, this is not about the brand at all. It's literally about me. I'd love to work with you. I want a 5-day comp stay. I'm going to be on social media the whole time, and I'll let you know when I get there. Why would a brand ever respond to this? And another one. Hi John, my name's Miki DiMatteo. I have 1,650 Instagram followers at Miki's Magic Mirror and would love to work with you. I love your skincare products and know they would do well on my social media account. If you want to send me all of your products from the dry skincare line so I can try them out, then I'll let you know which ones I plan on posting. My rate is $250 per post and $50 per Instagram story, and attached is my press kit. Thanks. So you guys, not only is this one all about me and not about the brand at all, it also is just so rude. Like, I like your products, please send me all of them, and this is how much you need to pay me. Also, putting your rates in an email like this is so unprofessional, and that's the whole point of having a press kit. So these are just 2 ways to not go about pitching yourself to brands.
So that's it, you guys. That's how I go about pitching myself to brands, and like I said, be ready for denial. A lot of times they're not going to respond. Myself, personally, I probably send 5 to 10 emails to brands a day. And I would say maybe 1 out of those 10 respond. So it's a lot of hard work, but if you really, really want it, then it's going to pay off, I promise. So also, before I go, I wanted to just kind of talk a little bit about my recent successes since my past video. And that's how much you can grow on Instagram, you guys. I have felt the growth for real these past couple of months. Like, 2019 has just been so blessed, and I'm so grateful. And everything is changing around me, and my career's changing, and it's amazing. And it's all thanks to Instagram, and I'm just so happy about it. But in my last video, I had a different job. I was actually photographing cars for a huge car dealership, and I hated it. I hated the people there. I liked some people that I worked with, but the management sucked. So I was just like, you know what, screw this. And so I quit. Now I just got a job as the social media coordinator for a really cute boutique in my area called Bellevue Boutique. You guys should definitely check them out. I have a vlog coming soon for a photo shoot that a friend and I are going to do with their new line of clothes for the spring, so I'm super excited. You guys should stay tuned for that. But like, when I first started, I was like, wow, I love Instagram. I want this to be my job. And a lot of people saw that as being very unrealistic. They're like, how can you make this your full-time job? But like look at me now. It's my job. And I'm at home and I'm making content and it's amazing. And reaching out to brands, I still do that. I still do it every single day. So I actually wanted to tell you guys about a brand that I'm going to be working with. It's called Nico and Robo Beauty. They have about 500 Instagram followers, so they're a really small startup company. But this is just an example that you guys need to reach out yourself. So they actually started following me on Instagram, and they started liking all my pictures, and I checked them out. I was like, what is this? It was obviously a company. And they sell face masks, like really nice, like cute packaged face masks. And I was like, okay. So since they were liking all my pictures, this never happened to me before, but I thought that they were going to reach out to me this time. And so I waited a couple weeks and I waited. I kept checking them out. I was like, these look really nice. And they never ever reached out to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out myself. I'm just going to do it. And they immediately replied. They were like, absolutely, we love your style, we love your feed, and this is what we have in mind. And so now they're sending me like 8 face masks, and if you guys want to get your makeup done by me for the next, I think 30 days, I'm going to be giving you a free face mask application before your makeup application, thanks to Nico and Robo. So I'm just showing you guys, like, just keep trying. If you don't get a response, email them again in like a month, even if it's the same company. Like someday they're going to notice you and they're going to respond. And the third thing that's recently happened to me, I started a business. So it kind of was just like sprung upon me. I discovered essential oils recently and I was like, wow, I want to put this on my body all the time and I want to smell like this all the time. So I came out with an all-natural body conditioner mist. It's just basically a perfume made out of all natural ingredients, jojoba oil, aloe vera, vitamin E, and essential oils. You can spray it on literally anything. Even my boyfriend uses it and it smells so good. I have 4 scents and they retail for $8 a bottle, guys, only $8. So if you're interested in purchasing one of my all natural body mists, check out my website, linked in my Instagram bio. I'm selling them for $8, guys, and they're almost sold out, so get yours before my batch runs out. I'm gonna have to make another batch soon. So I just wanted to go through those 2 things with you guys about me, just to show you that you grow every single day on Instagram, and if you really want it, it's going to take you somewhere. All of this hard work is going to pay off, I promise. So thank you guys again for watching my Let's Grow Together series and this new video. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, issues, difficulties, problems, otherwise comment them down below. If you have any video ideas for this series, definitely comment them down below because I'm always open to new video ideas. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Miki's Magic Mirror. My website is linked in my Instagram bio as well, so go check that out. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I cannot wait to make my next video for you in my Let's Grow Together series.